Yeah. So, how are we doing? Huh? Intense week? Why? 4 exams this week? I got no Rylan, no Garrett, no Chase. Bunch of slackers. Okay. Couple housekeeping things. That's why you should show up on time. Okay. The certificate ceremony on Saturday is not happening. Okay, and I'll explain why. Right, or kind of, sort of. Right. I know that typically Parents Weekend, Family Weekend, is very busy. If you're in the band, like our ceremony was like immediately after, and you had to hustle over and get there. So we're doing something else instead. I'm sorry it's not during Family Weekend. I actually like to do it then. And then I meet your parents and I tell them that you're a wonderful person, even if you're not. And then you're like, oh, thank God, I was so nervous when Dr. Payne started talking to him. Tell him that I'm always late to class. What we are doing, because someone is paying for it, is an etiquette dinner where we will give you your certificate, so we will also feed you. Okay. So free meal. We don't have a date yet. We should know by the end of the week. If you can't make it, don't panic. We'll still give you the certificate, probably in class. But we are going to have a dinner, and somebody's paying for it, so we thought that was a better opportunity to do this. Okay. It's a donor. I don't know if they were a cadet or not, but a donor is paying for this. And so that's when we will do your certificate ceremony. Sound good? Okay. I sent you the interview deal, so you need to do a mentor interview. There's sample questions with that. You can use those. You can use your own questions. It doesn't matter. Then you need to fill out the sheet that came with it. Okay. Go ahead and get that taken care of as soon as you can. Okay, sooner rather than later, so we can get it in and get it done. Hopefully you've already done the application for the certificate. If you haven't, let me know, and we need to get it in and done. We can do that. It's electronic now, which is helpful, but hopefully you've already got that taken care of.
That was just a Google Doc, right?
Yeah, yeah. So just the hey, I'm interested. I'm taking 42, and I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do for a certificate. So make sure you have that in, and if you haven't, just let me know. And I'll get the link to you. I think I posted it quite a while ago in the semester in the announcements. So you should. Should be, yeah. Yeah, should be, yeah. Yeah, it was just a Google Doc that you fill out and submit. Yeah. The last thing with that, and there's not an assignment this week for the class because you got to do your interview. Okay, so take the time to knock that out and get it done. And there is a you always forget the name of it. Applied Experiences Worksheet. I will send that to you today. That's something that you can sit down and fill out. Instructions are right on there, but that's the other piece that needs to be done. Okay, and so I will send that to you today. Ideally, next class you can bring me both of those things. Okay, if you want to print them out and bring them in, that would be great, so that they can get them tracked. If you can't bring them in during class in the next week or two, you can drop them off with Mary at the front office there, but there's a lot of 482 students. I don't want you guys standing around in line or things to get lost or anything. So it's easy if you just give it to me and I will take care of it. Sound good? Okay. So I will post that in Canvas today. You can see that and then fill out the sheet when you get the interview done. Sound good? Questions on any of that? Sure. Okay. One thing that I think I try to say often, but I'm not sure everybody hears me. If you are missing an assignment, you can turn it in late. Okay. I will always take late work. It's just partial credit, which is always, always, always better than no credit. There's not a lot of points in this class. So if you miss an assignment, it's actually detrimental to your grade, right? Or if you miss class. So please make sure that you get that in. Even if I'm not cut up on grading, when I go in there, if I see you didn't submit something, I will try to plug in a 0 right away, just so you know. Maybe you just forgot, or you missed the assignment for that week. So please get it in, okay? I think you emailed me. You should be able to submit multiple times. No, I haven't had a chance, but I saw. So, yeah, it's fine if you email me, but if there's a problem, you can let me know. should be able to submit more than once. Okay. All right, I think that was it, housekeeping wise. Questions? We good? Okay. Last week, kind of a rough week for the Corps with outfits being consolidated. I know. Sad. I know most of, whether you're graduating or not, you guys are out here, right? You're done with the course. So I would suggest that you consider handling that and how you handle it. I suggest you talk to underclassmen, or if you got friends in those other outfits, or talk to your own outfits. If your own outfit is small, what are we doing to make sure it doesn't happen to us? Enrollment in the Corps is down a lot. I think we're at like 1,900 and something. That's COVID and other things. We were over 2,500 before COVID. Okay, so that's a pretty big number. Hopefully there are two good things coming out of this soon. One is a new commandant they are interviewing right now, and the other one is the head recruiter. Those are obviously very important, influential decisions. Hopefully they help. The good news, and I don't care or know how you feel about him, but the fact that Ramirez is still here is a good thing, and that he has support from the president, because they both want to grow the Corps. I think that's something that Ramirez feels like he didn't get done enough of in time as commandant, is growing the number of cadets. So he is still trying to do that, and the university president very much supports that. So I suggest you talk to your underclassmen to make sure that their outfits don't have this same issue. If they're small, if you have retention issues, make sure that they're addressing that, whether it's recruiting, can we bring people in from these outfits or whatever. But I suggest as seniors that you take a minute and address that and do something about it if you want to. Questions on that? Comments? Feedback? Sure? Just want to leave? Don't care? Cole?
I wanted to ask about what you think about drawing the line between quantity and quality. Because my outfit usually went more for quality, and now we're getting deactivated, so.
Oh, yours is one of the outfits? All of the outfits have the opportunity to return. Okay, so they can come back, and our numbers are down. So it can still be addressed to bring it back, and it probably should be. And that's the conversation you should have with Corps leadership, in my opinion. And that needs to be the argument. The little that I know is that numbers were evaluated. So if you chose quality and you have a good outfit and it's smaller, yeah, you shouldn't be punished. I can tell you from my experience in the Air Force, there's something called base realignment and closure. And what they will do is look at bases and see how much they cost and move them or close them, and it's devastating. You're talking job loss, or you're talking I have to pick up and move states if I want to keep my job. It tends to be very dramatic. And it's also very frustrating because it's legislators that decide that, okay? So we're trying to say we want to cut the Department of Defense budget, and we'll say, okay, why do we have a base in Bermuda? Well, look at where it's strategically located. Okay, let's go look at the base. Oh, everybody here's on vacation, and it's $5 billion a year to run it. We've got other bases, or we've got the Navy or whatever. So these decisions are usually not made lightly, and so they can be challenging. I would tell you to have those conversations and just be able to justify, hey, we had good people, right? We shouldn't be punished, but what can we do to ensure it doesn't happen again? With the base realignment and closure, they actually came after our base to try to close it down. It was in Portland, Oregon, so up in the Northwest, right? And we have alert fighter jets that sit there, back door of the country, right? Whole Northwest of the United States, okay? And the Navy said, well, we might be in the area if there's an attack. That was their justification for closing a small, inexpensive base with defense. And we argued that's not good enough, and the base remained open. Right? Other bases got closed because they were too close to ours. So they moved stuff around. So all of it's hard. But while you're still here and have a say, I would have those conversations. And then you become a former student. And you're like, I can write a check or not. Do what I say. So the more money you make, the more influence. Not always, okay. Everybody thinks that. Okay. Good question. Anything else? Yes, sir.
Do you think attrition rates are going to be higher post-COVID for the Corps in general?
It's hitting every university, honestly. So I teach at SAM also. They're not a high research institution like A&M. Schools like A&M are going to be okay, right? So many people want to come here. So many people want to go to TU that they'll be okay. They can take a dip. At Sam Houston, if there's a dip in enrollment, it is devastating, like, because that's where all the budget comes from. So much of the budget here is not just from your tuition, it's from other things. So everybody is worried about it, everybody, and everybody's dealing with it. This is military academies, this is universities across the country. People are not going to school, and certain groups of people are not. Men are going to college less, women are much smarter and better at filling out forms. Dudes are lazy. Right? Statistically, this is true. This is literally what's happening. Okay? And then there's jobs. So some people have jobs, right, that they got, and they're making decent money. And school's not for everyone. So I'm an advocate for it. You will make more money in your life. You'll live longer, all of those things, but it's not for everyone. So every university, I think, is very much worried about it. Did that answer your question?
It was more related like attrition in the Corps, but
So directly related to COVID?
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. I mean, there's people who can't afford it. There's people who flunk out. There's people who just punch, right, because they don't like it. There's a million reasons to leave the Corps, but COVID has directly impacted it, yes. The experience was so different the last couple of years. Even as we tried to get back to how it was not the same, and I think people left. So it's no different than people leaving Ivy League schools because they were paying all this money to have remote classes. They're like, why would I do that? Well, I'll just go home and get a degree from my local university. So yeah, it definitely impacted the Corps. Anything else?
Do you think that might be a good thing?
What?
Of like possibly like universities having less enrollment rates? Because there is a big skill gap in America.
That's a really good question. I debate this with friends all the time who went to college. Not everybody needs to go to school. There's plenty of jobs and trades and things you can do. I have a friend, I think I mentioned, he is a professional engineer and he never went to college. Okay. Now, again, he's the only one I know like that, but he had the discipline to study, work, pass the PE exam, and he is a professional engineer. Laws are a little different now. I think that was a while ago. I think you have to have a degree in just about every state. But yeah, it probably will make universities, SAM in particular, I know is reevaluating what they're doing and how they're spending. But if enrollment dips enough, then programs go away. So, and everybody, just like the Corps, universities will look at, okay, where are we shrinking and there's no growth, we will cut that department. It happened here 6-7 years ago. Budgets were tight and they literally cut an entire department, I think within geography, can't remember. So yeah, it happens. It sucks. Welcome to the real world. Anything else? Good questions. Okay, good stuff. What have you learned so far in here? What have we learned in SOMS?
2 right answers.
Good? Huh? You already knew that shit. Don't give me that. God, you say that everything. Yeah, it depends, of course. What else?
Nobody's entirely wrong.
Nobody's entirely wrong. Okay, good. What else? One at a time. Mm-hmm.
You have to learn to see things from another person's perspective.
Good. I'll take it. What else? Good job. Bailing us out. What else? What have you learned? Yeah.
Be able to live with your decisions.
Yep. Good. Okay. I'll take it. What else?
You shouldn't necessarily fight every battle.
Good. I'll take it. Anything else? Yep. Lenny?
Ask questions and gather evidence before jumping to a conclusion.
Good. Good. Okay. Anything else?
The gap between decision and action.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. What else? Now we're doing good. Do you see why we have tests? Because if we don't test you, you don't remember. I I can't fix a higher education system unless you engage differently. Okay. What'd you enjoy most? What topics did you enjoy most or get the most out of? So I'm genuinely curious. Yeah.
I like the hypothetical scenarios.
Which one?
Uh,
Which ones?
pretty much all of them.
I like everything you did.
Everything.
Kiss that.
The ones that could be most applicable to us, like all those unlikely, the one where you click on the wrong kid.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Things like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Lenny.
I think that was a hypothetical, was my favorite, was the one about the pilot that was breaking all the rules.
Oh yeah.
And then asking us what we do, and then since it was a real world situation, we could have seen the obvious consequences.
Good. Good. Okay. Cool. What else? Yep. Mike.
I like the Vietnam pilot more.
Okay.
Does he go and get the fighter thing?
Okay. Good. Yep. Taylor.
I don't know hypotheticals, but I actually really enjoyed doing the worldview statement. I feel like it's the first time that I sat down and really like
Tear. Single
had to
tear.
write down, what's important to me, and it made me think a lot.
Okay. Good. Yeah. There's a reason I do that a little early. We'll talk about it next week, hopefully. Connor.
I also enjoyed the part one going to save the guy because it's like it challenged my thinking of okay, how do you build a culture of following the rules but also like not following the rules. And also I think the justice versus mercy ones, all of those
Okay.
very applicable because we run into situations a lot in the Corps where if your buddy does something stupid, do we ruin his zip year or do we have mercy on him because like it's the very end of the year, why not just let him pass? So
Okay. Cool. Lombardi.
That one week where we just like went through all those different scenarios, specifically on the right versus right, and just kind of had those conversations like that kind of led on to each other.
Okay. Cool. Huh?
I think what sticks out to me the most was the one where we were asking about selling keys,
Okay.
because I feel like everyone was very heated in that discussion.
Yep. Good. Yep. I'll take it. Good. What else? Any others? Okay. Okay. What is flow? Dipping into the book now. No idea, bro. No idea.
If I remember correctly, flow is when you are doing something that is not too hard, but also not too easy. Because when it's too hard, you will feel like giving up. If it's too easy, you're not getting anything out of it. But
Yep.
flow is like the correct amount of just that difficulty that makes you feel like it's challenging of you and you want to get over it.
Bingo. Yes. Good. Only person that read the book. Okay. It's. How else would you say it? What's another way to say this? Yeah, Zachary.
It's a place where complexity meets competence.
Good. Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. Hannah. Hannah.
I just know it as like in the zone.
Yep.
Like,
The
things
simplest way to say it. Yeah, just being in the zone. It's like PT. You ever been on a run and it feels great?
No.
You ever taken a test and it's like, man, I got this?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Aristotle's never had that problem. But when he's lifting, he's good, right? He can lift a ton of heavy stuff. I'm just picking on you, man. But it doesn't happen very often, right? You ever been on that run and you can go all day? Right? Anybody swim high school? Nobody? You should have some. Okay, same thing. Did you swim? Okay. Did you ever feel that in the pool? Yeah. Okay. Or you're on a run and it goes all day. Or you're lifting weights and it's just nothing's heavy, right? It feels awesome. What happens the next time you go to do that workout? It sucks, right? And you're like, what the hell is wrong? It should be the same, okay? You ever ace a test, right? Then you go to do the next one, and you're like, I don't know anything. This is terrible, right? This is a terrible experience. Why does that happen? What's the reasoning? You guys are touching on it. What happens?
So for the test, you get confident, lazy.
Say that again?
You get confident, lazy on the tests.
Okay, yeah, so you do good on the first one, you're like, man, I got this, and then you go to the next test, it doesn't go as well. Yep, okay. You ever tried to go for a run after a really good one? It's just, your legs are heavy, it feels like crap.
Yeah.
It's a terrible experience, isn't it? It doesn't make sense, okay? That's what flow is. Here's why. Okay, we touched on that. When else? So, you ever been doing something and It's a little bit hard, but you're enjoying it, and you completely lose track of time. What were you doing? Michael, what causes you to do that?
Working on my capstone project.
Okay, cool. So you enjoy it.
Yeah, it was writing financial plans, so I was like actually enjoying some of the intricacies of this person's like financial statements.
Okay, cool. Rylan, you're shaking your head?
Guitar.
Playing guitar. Okay, cool. I will take it. That's a great example. What else?
Manual labor.
Manual labor. You enjoy it? Good. Yeah. Kind of. You shut your brain off, right? Yeah. Good. Mike, something similar?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then also in class too, like maybe coding,
Okay.
Python.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will take it. When are you not in flow? When are you not in the zone?
Tired.
Most of the time.
Who said it? Most of the time, right? Most runs or lifts suck, right? They don't feel perfect, all right? Studying, taking for, you ever read a chapter, you're studying for something, and you just keep rereading it over, and it's the worst shit ever. You're like, my brain will not engage, okay? Yeah, most of the time, we are not in flow. We are not necessarily in the zone. Okay? Does anxiety hindrance flow? Yes? Yes? Any other perspectives?
No, not necessarily. I mean, it just depends on, like, sometimes if you've got a lot of pressure and stress on you, like, that's when you can crank out the most stuff.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you know you have to get it done, right? Definitely a fine line. Hannah?
Well, that's what was like, the question's kind of confusing to me of like anxiety. Like, I guess if I'm under pressure, I might be able to like really do really well.
Mhm.
But also that same pressure in a different situation, I might just completely fall off.
That is 100% accurate. Kenneth, what's the answer?
That anxiety is both can be a hindrance and a help.
Say it depends.
It depends.
Okay. It absolutely does. Because you ever make a list, you got a ton of shit to do. You make a list, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get all this stuff done. It's going to feel great. And you do like 3 out of the 12 things. And then you just go take a nap. Yeah, okay. This is the fine line of anxiety, okay? It can be really shitty and crippling. Okay, it can be, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to Q drop. I give up. Right? Or it's like, holy shit, I got to get this done. I'm trying to graduate. It's time. I can't put it off anymore. Anxiety is definitely a fine line of where it's going to help you or hurt you. Yeah. Just be aware of that. Previously, I've talked about stress. 381 in particular, we talk about stress. Stress can be a very healthy thing. It can make you get it done. I have a deadline. Shit. Okay. I'm going to start writing my paper last night at 11:30. Just look. Yeah. What about apathy? What does apathy do to you?
Stops the flow.
Stops, yeah, good. What else?
It depends.
Depends. Yeah, why? Why does it depend? It's laziness. What does laziness do?
Make you think outside of the box, find a new way to do something.
Does it? Give me an example.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
But I mean, there's the adage, like, work smarter, not harder.
Okay. So what does apathy do for you, Bauer?
I mean, most of the time it's just pure laziness.
So good thing or bad thing?
Most of the time, bad.
Most of the bad thing. Okay. But it might cause you to innovate.
Yeah.
Like how can I do a shortcut and get this done? Hannah?
Yeah, there's a phrase that my department uses. Like, if you wait till the last minute to do it, it only takes a minute. And so, like, you still get it done. Just
C's get degrees. That. Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. Has anybody seen Van Wilder? Nobody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank God. Homework, all of you. It's about college. It's hilarious. It's a Ryan Reynolds movie. Okay? But there's a line in it. He says, apathy is the glove to which evil slips its hands, which I think is hilarious.
Wait,
Okay?
what's this movie called? Van Wilder?
You've never seen Van Wilder?
Van Wilder?
Yeah, have you seen Animal House?
No.
I'm going to faint. You have to watch Animal House. It is required. Okay? It's in the Constitution, right? Watch Animal House.
Adding these to the list.
Van Wilder is also about college. Hilarious. Okay. Oh my God. So sad. Right? I get that they're older, but God's sakes. Okay. All right. Here's where flow is. Here's how we hit it. All right. This guy. We touched on video games before. right? Like if you like video games, they can be a good thing. They're hard, but you're trying to get to the next level. This is how you achieve flow or find yourself in the zone, okay? Professionally. You have to increase your skills, right, as the challenge gets harder. But there's a sweet spot. It has to be just kind of beyond where you're comfortable or where you know what you're doing. You have an idea, you sort of know how to do it, all right, but it's hard, okay? You're not bored or lazy, okay? Your anxiety and your boredom are kind of right in the middle there, all right? You're not bored, you're not being lazy, you find the challenge engaging, all right? It's kind of a low resolution. Here's a little bit better way to look at it. Here's where we constantly are. We're moving all around. Bored, lazy, relaxing, a good thing, okay? Just as long as it doesn't swing back towards boredom and apathy. Sometimes we're very worried and anxious, okay? And then we start getting a little more excited about it, right? In a platonic sense. Okay? And then sometimes it's a little bit beyond our control, okay? And that's how we achieve flow. It is hard to do. It is hard to find that sweet spot, all right? This is all out of the book. We've only done 4 chapters. I would encourage, what do we think of the book? You like it?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's written well, and I think like figuring out flow is important for your career, whatever you're gonna do.
Okay, cool. Who else? Huh?
I just think that it's better than reading a lot of theoretical stuff. Instead, they were like talking about examples, and then they start expanding on it and talking about the more theoretical based on real life examples.
Okay, cool. Anyone else?
Did some cool companies and stuff in there.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Anything else? Anybody know how to say his name? Give it a shot. It's right there. See how it's spelled? Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Yeah. It's a tough one. Who does not like the book? Or you're unsure? Or you've never read it? I'm genuinely curious, okay, for a couple reasons. I'm glad you're getting something out of it, okay? That's obviously the point. I think typically cadets like this less than Triple Crown leadership, the one we had last semester. I think. So tell me what you think, because typically Triple Crown is here's what happened, here's how it was resolved. Like here's a black and white example, and here's what happened. In good business, it is not like that at all. Right? It's much more trying to find the flow and how you get into it in your work life. Connor.
I think I kind of agree with what you said at the beginning of the semester. You were saying like if you read, I think it would be more of a better book if you read it like in the middle of our professional career.
Nailed it.
So
Home run, buddy.
I think there's potential. That's what I was saying. It was fine, but I think
it's inexpensive, okay? Hang on to it, and in 5 or 10 years, read it again. Pick it up, because I found it extremely helpful for where I was in my career, personally. You guys are going there, right? So you're not there yet. I still think it's helpful, but it is really helpful for when you're a little bit into your career. And then call me. 5 or 10 years, call me. Hey, you were right. I know.
My view's a little bit opposite of that. I didn't really like the whole Triple Crown leadership.
Okay, and that's fine. Not everybody does, but
Yeah,
tends to
because
be.
It honestly just felt like they thought I was an idiot, and it was just like, okay, you can't think past this example, so let me just give you 4 examples, but not actually get into the meat of anything.
Okay,
And it
I'll
just felt
take
like
it.
it was just like writing on the surface the whole time, so I didn't really learn much from it.
Do you like good business?
I like it better, but I think, like
Okay.
you said, some of it's hard to apply to myself right now.
Sure.
So
Yeah. Who else? Somebody had a hand up? Taylor.
I also agreed, because I didn't really like all the horse analogies personally. I felt like it was really weird and like just didn't make any sense to the book.
Have you had Dr. Brown? Do we know who Dr. Brown is? Veterinarian by trade.
Well,
May or may not have
that
influenced
I
why.
said that. It's okay.
Okay, fair enough. And you guys got the 381, right? The willpower instinct. So that was new, and most of the feedback there was pretty positive. So we're always kind of reevaluating. So we always look at it. So when we get to do the survey, we actually care what you guys say. So please input these things and tell us, because we actually care, right? So if we're working on a difficult problem, about how long, it talks about this in the book, if anybody remembers, or you can just guess, how long does it take to comprehend a difficult problem? Anybody recall? Or guess?
Depends on the problem.
is something you're working on that's hard, but you're engaged. About how long does it take for you to really wrap your brain around it?
Hours.
Hours, okay. What do you think, Zach?
It really just depends on the complexity and how big the problem is.
Yeah, there's an average, but what do you think it is? You can guess, I don't care. Days? Okay.
I give myself like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, that's, yeah, okay, who else? You're not wrong. Anybody?
I'm going 30 seconds.
Yeah, just turn to Google. Figure this out for me. Okay. It's about 15 minutes to an hour. If you're genuinely engaged and you're trying to solve this problem and really wrap your brain around it, it takes anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour typically. But it absolutely depends on the challenge. All right. When you're at work, or even now, okay, why is it hard to get a piece of the boss's time?
It's worth a lot of money
Money? Why?
because his time, the way it affects the business,
Time.
changes
Yeah.
the amount of money the business makes within millions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's your nonprofit.
yeah,
Okay, or different, or smaller. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Okay. Can you get the Corps commander's time whenever you want? Why not? Michael, why not?
He's a busy guy, I guess.
They're busy, right? Okay. So I won't dig any further into this. Yeah, it's hard to get the boss's time because time is valuable, right? And there's a lot of you, hopefully, right, at your organization. Can you multitask?
The book would say no.
Not effectively.
You can try.
What?
You can try.
I would have had my phone, but I'm using it. That was my prop. See? But you ever been talking to somebody and they're on their phone? And they're like this when you're talking to them? How's that make you feel?
Awful.
Awful? What? You ever been doing it and you try to look up, like your face is like, you ever see? Can you multitask?
I can text and drive pretty dang
No,
well.
you can't. Jesus. Ugh.
Bad
Exposed.
shame.
I was on Texas Avenue not that long ago, and this girl's going through the intersection in her truck and takes a selfie. Phone, head. I saw red. I was like, I bet I have better insurance, and I'm going to run my car. I'm going to run into her. Okay? You can't text it. Statistically, you are terrible at it. Okay?
My car has the little lane keep assistant. So it keeps the lane. So we're good.
I just read an article yesterday about somebody had self-driving on and lost a leg.
Wow.
Can you multitask?
No, not effectively.
not biologically.
No, you can't. Now, what do you say in an if they ask you, are you able to multitask? What do you say? Yeah, yes, okay. Yes, fair enough, okay. In an interview, I would tell you to probably go that route. But the true answer is no, but I can shift gears quickly. All right, that's really what that's saying. Nobody can multitask, okay? Who play guitar? Who plays guitar? Okay, can you dribble basketball and play guitar at the same time?
No.
No, okay, you cannot. And try it. It'll be super entertaining. all right?
There's somebody can.
Maybe somebody on YouTube.
There's a few things, yes, that you can pull off, but for the most part, you really can't because you're not fully engaged in that activity. All right? But can I shift gears? So let's say you're working on something and things are going good, and all of a sudden a boss comes in and says, here's something else I need you to work on. Got to be able to shift gear. How many of you loved, right, core, right? All of a sudden on Monday, you got a big test on Wednesday or paper or whatever. And then on Monday, they're like, by the way, tomorrow we have to all go to the volleyball game. How'd that make you feel? Why, Bergeron? Why? Why don't you like it?
I don't like it because I already had something going on, and then they put their priorities over mine.
Correct. So why the hell are you guys in the core?
Good question.
Because I started it, better finish it.
just stubbornness, just
Yes.
sticking it out,
100%.
huh? You already got them. You're done.
I know, but I'm freaking paid for them. I'm gonna wear them.
You can wear them every day. Nobody's gonna stop you. You wear them in 9 months. You never wear them again. It's the weirdest shit ever, right? Who's got a case already?
Oh, what?
Yes. There's always one. Okay, I love it. Okay, don't let your friends sit on it. My buddies got broke when they were sitting on it drinking. Okay. But how many of you joined the Corps for the discipline and the structure? Right? That's it. Most of you are DNC. Okay, I would imagine it was a lot of you, right? So why do you have a hard time when we throw the volleyball game at you on a Tuesday?
Well, I would have.
Because I don't care about the volleyball game.
Because you don't care, and what else?
I would have thought there would have been more structure to predict that before.
Right?
That's
You-
not structure.
yeah. But have you? It's like you ever been late to class and you're hauling ass. You're driving, right? And you're driving like a lunatic. Yeah. What? That's your own fault. Stop it. Okay. Yeah. There's a commercial where it's like, try not to become your parents. You seen those commercials? You're screwed. Okay. And they're at the airport, and the guy goes running by, and she's like, "Aw, he should have left earlier." I'm like, come on. This morning, somebody ran a stop sign right out here while you guys were out running. Like, clear, it was 6 a.m. I'm like, you're probably not late. And they rolled through the stop sign, and cadets are running by. I'm like, you're going to kill somebody. Is it worth it? Okay? Slow down. You good? Okay. Random rant over with. What is psychological capital?
Who wrote about this?
No, you've already answered. The only person who read the book. Who else?
Isn't it like investing?
I know he read it too. Huh?
Isn't it like investing in yourself, like psychologically?
Yeah, investing in yourself so that what? What do you got, Brandon?
I was just gonna say, isn't it like basically just the amount of like focus you can put towards different things in your life?
Yeah, it's knowing something. It's knowing how to do your job. Okay, it's knowing how to take care of your family. Right? It's actually investing in yourself so that you know these things. You're going to school, you're getting degrees, you're learning how to do things. Right? You join the Corps for all these reasons. It's having the capital of something that you know about and you're invested in. Okay, why is that important?
This can't be taken away.
Correct. Yeah. Why else? Why else would that be important? It's yours, you own it. Why else?
I mean, you have to have something in your life that makes you happy if you're, otherwise you're constantly miserable.
Yeah, exactly. Good. What else? Yes.
The more you learn, the new baseline is set.
Yeah, good. Okay. You gotta keep doing it, okay? And then people will pay you. Right? If you're good at your job, if you know how to do things, if you're invested, then you will get rewarded. Right? Professionally. If it's family or life outside of your professional life, okay, that is valuable too, and you will find reward there. Right? So you have to invest in yourself and learn and know things. Okay? Don't stop doing it. Okay, true or false? If you work hard but you're miserable, you'll eventually be rewarded. False? What do we got?
Depends.
True or false? You pick.
True.
True. Okay, who says false? False? Okay, what? Why true? Who's it? Marine? If I just punch these rocks enough, it'll be awesome. Okay, why? Why, Cole?
When I had to get better at running, I was miserable every day for months, and then all of a sudden I was better at running, and I felt better about it.
Bingo! Okay, who said false? Why, Taylor?
I think it's like if it's like a job or a task that you like hate doing, and then you just keep doing it because you're like, oh, like maybe it'll get better. Like,
Yep.
why would it just get better?
Why would anything
Why
good?
would you just start liking the task better? I don't know.
Okay,
It's
so,
like running,
but,
you'll get better at it.
right, okay.
You'll get better at doing it, but it doesn't make you like it necessarily.
Okay, fair enough. Kenneth?
Whatever you're working hard at might not always bear fruit. If you know, for whatever reason you're punching a mountain, you're probably not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Almost no matter how hard you work at that.
Okay, or you might find a nugget of gold, right? Odds are low.
Getting anywhere punching a mountain.
Okay, Casey? There's no wrong answer. I'm asking you guys.
I want to go with false because it's like, if I'm sitting there just like grinding this thing for however long, and then sure I maybe like get the reward that I was
Engineering?
wanting. Yeah,
What kind?
industrial.
Industrial engineering.
But
Okay.
I'm not doing engineering. I'm going to sales. Anyway, it's just like if I'm working hard enough and I finally get it, and I was like miserable the whole time, I'm gonna wonder, was this all worth, or was that worth all of this? And chances are probably not.
Okay.
So
All right. Do you want to grind out the job for 20 years because they're paying you well or not?
It's kind of a personal decision.
It depends.
Right.
There's no wrong answer here. But you got to figure it out. For some of you, you're like, I'm going to get paid and it will be worth it. Right? And that's okay. All right? I'm going to work hard and it's going to suck and I might be miserable, but I'm going to retire by the time I'm 50. Fair enough. Some of you are like, there's no way in hell I'm putting up with 30 years of bullshit. And you are also correct. Okay? Next one. Being academically challenged, working hard leads to greater happiness. Why the face?
Well, because like I'm doing research right now, and like it's challenging research, but I don't think it's leading me to greater happiness.
Okay. Take it. Who else?
is this like academically challenged and working hard, or like what is that?
Working hard when you're being academically challenged. Working hard in school. Has it led to greater happiness?
I don't know. For me, I don't like school, so there's no joy to be obtained
What are you
in just
doing,
learning.
Casey? What are you doing here?
I'm trying to get out of here.
You could have left already.
I can't. I don't got a piece of paper yet.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if I
To
want
do
my money,
sales? You don't need a degree to do sales.
I do. Where I'm going, I do.
Okay, maybe. Did you have your hand up?
Were you asking for yes or no?
Yeah. Does it lead to greater happiness, working hard academically?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I just feel like it's like back when we were talking about the flow, I just feel like I understand the material better and I actually think that it's gonna be helpful.
Okay. How many of you, when you started in your major, Connor, go ahead.
I think it depends on the subject. So like we're thinking college right now.
Yeah.
Me learning about corporate strategy makes me want to freaking punch.
What's your major?
Business. But
Isn't that fairly important?
not in what I'm going. I'm going to sales too.
Yeah,
So
it's what-
none of us have to be here.
That's
Could
what
have joined the
money
Marine Corps
is.
without a degree.
I'm here for the piece of paper at the end.
Okay.
But me learning about something that I actually enjoy, like a difficult theological concept,
Okay.
that I get like satisfaction out of.
How many of you have gotten happier the further along you gotten in your major? Typically the case. At first it kind of sucks. At first some of it's... How many of your classes were harder freshman and sophomore year than they are now? Isn't that stupid? It's really annoying. Okay, there's like a weed out thing. I don't like it. Again, give me some time. I'll fix everything. Okay. I don't understand why we do that. There is the repetition because you guys just memorize, regurgitate, and then forget. And then you come into the next class, you're like, I think we talked about... Yes, we already taught it to you, but you forgot. Okay.
If you're gonna get to the weed out courses, can you go to the engineering ones first if they need help?
I would love to. Okay, there's a reason my PhD's in leadership and not thermonuclear dynamics. Okay. Okay, true or false? Free time spent watching YouTube is better than reading an enjoyable book.
True.
A book you like. Which one? Why does it depend?
Well, because I would say that if you're watching random like silly YouTube videos, then there's probably no benefit to that over reading a book. But if you're learning how to do a new skill or something like that,
Okay, so like a documentary, something you're interested in.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it's engaging, better than the book.
could be.
What's the content of the books?
A book you like. I don't care. 50 Shades, whatever your thing is, man. Okay, pick one you like. Connor, what do you got?
To be honest, most people are not watching some documentary on YouTube.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Or, like we're on there. So, vast majority of the time, that is the book is better. But where I found value in YouTube, it is a very easy and fast way to wind down. Because while I love picking up an enjoyable book, it does take more energy and concentration for me to get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes if I'm like super stressed, I can just blow some time on YouTube and wind down really fast.
Bingo, Casey.
I've found that as I got older, my YouTube interests are more just stuff that is actually important in my life.
Okay.
So whether that be like learning about finances or just like whatever.
Yeah.
I find people that I enjoy watching. I'm sure there's a book about it as well, but I probably wouldn't enjoy reading it as much as somebody just kind of giving me essentially what the book says, but in a condensed format.
Here's the sweet, Han, quickly.
I just want to say books nowadays cost money.
Some of them. There's plenty of free ones. Okay. And you can get free audiobooks if you have a library card. There's
Well, but is audiobook kind of close to what YouTube is?
the nice thing about an audiobook is that you can multitask. I can drive and listen to a book. Right? I can run and listen to a book, so I can actually do two things at once. Versus if I'm reading, I shouldn't be driving down I-45, doing 90 with Ryan. Okay. Here's the caveat. You ready? Are you excited? This is good news for you guys. It depends. For college students, YouTube. Unplug your brain. Turn it off. Some of you do this way too much. Don't do it all the time. Okay. Here's the caveat. Okay. Sometimes because you're studying and hopefully you're studying and you're reading and you're learning, sometimes you absolutely need to do this. Here's the danger. As you get older, don't come home every night and sit in front of the television or watch YouTube or whatever, okay? As you get older, it needs to shift. You need to go back to books, right? Some of you will, some of you won't, okay? But as you get older, this is where you need to go because you need to be mentally challenged. Yes, you need to unplug. Yes, you need to unwind and let your brain go dead and watch something that's probably not educational. Or even if it is, that's great. Okay, I watch World War II documentaries all day long. My wife sees them, falls asleep immediately. Okay, right? So, but you got to find your sweet spot there. As you get older, turn back to books. Okay, right now, and you're almost done. So, you're the good news I just gave you is limited. All right, but it is a good thing for you to unplug. Right? Complexity, is that a good thing?
Yes.
Why?
Because if you're not doing something complex enough, you get bored.
Yes. Okay.
That sounds like a hell of a job.
Yes. Yeah. We need to be challenged a little bit. Life is complex and hard, and it sucks. Without it, there's nothing. Okay. Even when things are going well, we still want to be challenged. All right? Abraham Lincoln's the quote is something along the lines of, most men can handle adversity, but if you want to find their true character, give them power. Most of us can handle different things. We can handle the curveballs. We can handle the hard things in life to some extent. Some of them are really hard. Right? There's loss of life and there's winning the lottery. And to be honest, the studies show that you will average out. If you win the lottery, you're going to be much happier at first. Okay? And you're going to buy all the things that you think you need. And if you lose a loved one, you're going to be devastated. And eventually you will come back to some more normalcy. All right? You're going to find it to be in the middle there somewhere. Okay? Okay, we'll finish on here. What's the best part of a football game?
The end.
The end? What else? Kickoff? Why?
Right before kickoff.
Right before. You remember why?
You're excited.
Yeah.
Anticipating it.
Any other answers?
Beat the hell out of you.
Nice, yes.
Come on, band.
Man!
Halftime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting down.
It's I've mentioned this before, which is why Brandon remembers. It's Christmas Eve. Okay? We could beat Alabama, right? We were going to lose that game by 40. Right? We weren't going to beat Alabama, but we could. The best part is the potential. Right? It's the potential of what those Christmas presents are. That is actually what our brain wants most. That is where we thrive chemically. It's like going on a date. What could happen? Don't get me fired, okay? But it's the potential of the date. I could meet my soulmate, right? Or this could be a disaster. But it's the potential of what it could be. That's the best part. Han, quickly.
I agree with that because I remember asking my buddies while we were pulling for Alabama tickets, like, why do people always go to Alabama game when we mostly always lose?
We're going to lose.
And then somehow we won this year.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's what your brain wants. Okay. You're just right on the edge. Right. I don't want to hold you over. Go be awesome. Have a wonderful day.